So thank you everyone for joining us on the Ortelius Visionary 2022. And today you are listening to my talk. What should you know to contribute to Ortelius? So a bit about Ortelius itself. What is Ortelius and what is aiming for? Ortelius is an open source project. Ortelius is a microservices catalog that governs your microservices, supply chain tracking versions, blast radius, inventory, SCOM, SVEs, and the team that supports them, providing a proactive view of your microservice application as it changes over time. Ortelius is an incubating project under the governance of the CD Foundation, that is a part of the Linux Foundation project. So, what should you know to contribute to Ortelius in less than a 10-minute guide? Before I tell you the procedure and processes involved in contributing to Ortelius GitHub repositories and what are the different ways you can contribute to Ortelius, but I think that concept is really important for me to explain. Why should you start contributing to Ortelius Open Source project? So I get back in time, and things that motivated me to be a part of the Ortelius contributor is this term. You can learn anything, but you can be remembered for what you have shared. So now who I am, who you are listening to. My name is Saim Safder. I am a developer advocate at Bank Clouds, Cloud Native Islamabad co-founder, CDF and Ortelius ambassador. And if you want to stay in touch with me, here are the Twitter and LinkedIn profile for me. Say hello and stay connected. So let's share my journey. Go back in time at 2020, March, when the pandemic starts. I see the empty doors. I see the empty office. I see the empty conferences. And that is really get me isolated and completely depressed. What should I do now? The reason I'm depressed is because my learning circle break. Because my learning circle is started engaging with people, like what you are learning today. And I want to explore from other people what they are learning. I try to explore these stuff that other people are learning every day. And then I try to explain those concepts to myself. And then I want to elaborate these concepts to the others. And part of my journey is to evaluate my knowledge. But when I see all these empty spaces globally, there's no way for me to kind of engaging, exploring, explaining, elaborating, and evaluating myself. So I joined, and it's a time frame of June, I guess it's June 2020, when I meet Tracy Regan for the Ortelius community, because I'm joining the conference CDCon virtually, and then we connected somehow, and he introduced me to the Ortelius Open Source community. So I landed into the website, and then I joined the Discord server, and the people are really helping me. I kind of know my learning cycle. I try to resume my learning cycle. I try to ask people, what are you learning in every day in the Discord server? And I try to explain some of the concepts that I learned. And then I try to evaluate the things that I learned, shared with other people. So I try to evaluate my knowledge as well. Because of the Discord server, I feel connected with everyone. And these people really help me, not able to help me in a way that they help me in teaching the concepts, but they also help me because in explaining concept to others. But previously, when you go back in time and see the chats, I'm asking for help in the people, like, I need help on this technology, I need help on this technology. As the time progresses, and the community helped me a lot, that I'm able to explain it to the things that I'm learning today. That is because of the community support. That is because of the individual empowerment by the community. I'm really lucky to have part of that wonderful community. Thank you, Sergio. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Steve, Brad, and Tracy for helping me in learning the journey of microservices. So now I think you kind of motivated, like, I try to motivate you why you should contribute. I share my knowledge, why I start contributing to the open source project. And after this few steps, I explain what I get by learning with the open source community. But now I think you should familiar. Why should you start contributing? Now there are some ways you can start contributing to Ortelius. You can start by coding. You can start by doing some other stuff. Like if you are not good at coder, but you are a good graphic designer, you can join us our team and you can start contributing on that part. If you are not a good database administrator, or you are the GitOps, or you are the, let's say, the DevOps engineer, you can start contributing on those specialized field. We need these kind of person in our community who can start contributing on these various parts. But it's not just about coding. You can contribute it anyway. And if you think there are some ways you can contribute to our Ortelius community, our Discord server is always available for everyone to ask questions, give us a feedback, and start conversation, and tell us what are the different ways you can contribute to this project. We will happy to help you. But in terms of the coding, there are some guidelines that we have that we have prepared for the people who are beginner to start contributing to the Ortelius project. So now I stop here and resume the talks when I go to these websites and tell you the way of how you should start contributing to the Ortelius project. So now you can go to the github.com/Ortelius/Ortelius. And first, if you like our stuff, give us a star, and then go read the documentation. And you can see the various contributors are listed here. You can talk to them every time in our Ortelius Discord server. But that documentation is our Ortelius project is residing on. You can go to the different folder, check to see what are the different image building mechanisms we are using, how our tests are run, how our tests are written, how our different DevOps procedure are existed, what are the different GitOps action that we are using. That's all available here. And when you submit a pull request of start contributing to Ortelius community project, we will add you to the repository. Like these are the people who are managing the CD environment, developer infrastructure, and productivity. These are the people responsible for that. There are some data science and visualization. These people are responsible for that. We have deployment integration. You can look at see what are the different DevOps tools that we are using as of today, and what are the different contributors that are responsible for managing those tools. You can look at the marketplace and domains who are responsible, UI, UX, testing, documentation, and architecture, the development. All these people are available for various type. And now if you are part of the project management team, you just give us a pull request, we add you here on Tracy Regan and Netu Chain on below that list as well. Or if you want to be a part of development team, we will add you to this list on whichever field you are in. We try to add you in the appropriate field. So this is a repository you have to check up first. What are the different ways you contribute? What is Ortelius GitHub repository in? And that is the first procedure in contributing to the Ortelius project. Now, step number 2, go to the Ortelius.io/blog on your Ortelius journey blog. And that is written by the wonderful community member we have, Siddharth Parikh. And he is put together a wonderful information. Because when you look at the Ortelius GitHub repo, we have so many other different repositories also existed. How you should explore what repositories for me, and how you should start which repository to start contributing to. We have this information available on our YouTube channel. You just go through it. It's a simple, I think, 3-minute old video will tell you all the repositories we have and what they are doing and what part of it. So Siddharth, thank you very much for pulling this together. And you can also stay in touch with joining our meetup or community, joining the Ortelius Google group and Discord channel. Now we look at the two different ways. Go to the GitHub repository, check the different repositories. We see all the different repositories we have by looking at the Safder blog. And now the third step is go to the Ortelius contributor guide. When you go to it, there are welcome, things you should know, community membership, developer resources, how to tips, pull request to your seed, Eclipse IDE setup, all things available. Let's say go to the developer resources. So if it gives me the Visual Studio setup here that we need to have, and also the Postgres, and also the Docker, Helm, and all the things like where the purple, where you pull the images from. So these are all things available. You just go through it, and I think it takes you 2 or 3 minutes to go through all the steps, and then you're able to contribute your first pull request to the Ortelius repository. When you submit the pull request, this is then when you start, you are part of the Ortelius repository or contributor, and then we will add you as a member as well. So these are the three steps. Remember, we go to the Ortelius GitHub.com, check to see the Siddharth Parikh blog on how you should start contributing. And the third step is go to the contributor guide and check to see what are the different tools and the developer tools and what are different Visual Studio, what are the things we are using. So these are the things that you all needed in order to start contributing to the Ortelius Open Source project. Now let's go back in the slides and we end the conversation forward. Now we look at everything like how you should start contributing as a coder or any other way. So now the last question, like what should I share my journey? Like what I get by contributing to the open source Ortelius project. So I have strengthened my cloud native vocabulary. I have gained local frankness. I have removed fear and gained love while talking in public. I have found the knowledge how people talk in public. I have found the knowledge how other people learn Kubernetes and other cloud native and microservice technologies every day. I have found the knowledge how other people build their product on top of Kubernetes. I have found success stories. I'm able to give a speech at KubeCon Valencia. I'm now a CDF and Ortelius ambassador, and I'm a member of a community where every time I need help, I'm closer to experts and people who are easily approachable, and their passion is to help others. What else I needed? So these are the things I get from contributing to the Ortelius Open Source project. So at last, I'm able to resume my Kubernetes learning cycle. I'm every day try to engage with people, what you are learning every day. When I find the things that they're learning, I try to exploring, and then when I try to explore, I try to explain it to others, and then share the detail with the Ortelius Slack Discord server, and then I try to elaborate the knowledge, what I learned from this exploration and what I learned from this another open source or another technology. And then I try to evaluate my stuff, like people asking questions like how this is different from other. That's part of the evaluation that I also get from talking to people on Discord server in the Ortelius community. So I'm able to resume my knowledge. What else I going to need it? So remember that I said it on the first to third slide. What motivated me, because I hope that's the term motivated you as well. So you can learn anything, but you can be remembered for what you have shared. So thank you everyone for listening to my talk. Now for the extra resources, go to the Ortelius.io, go to the github.com/Ortelius and join and follow us on our Twitter handle OrteliusOS, and join and stay connected with us on the Ortelius LinkedIn page as well. And if you want to say hi to me, go. These are the resources. These are my profile on Twitter and LinkedIn available for you. I hope to see you again in the future in another microservices visionary. Thank you everyone for listening to my talk, and thank you everyone for tuning into Ortelius Microservices Visionary 2022. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye everyone.